Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Mentality Podcast, episode 4. Today we have a very special guest, Wyatt. Wyatt, please introduce yourself.
My name is Wyatt, Grundland. I
And
went to a Gateway High School.
and you just graduated recently, correct?
Yeah.
So
Oh, I'm committed to play at Mitchell College for basketball.
amazing. So can you tell me how you originally got into basketball? Was it at a young age, or did you start a little bit later?
Yeah, my dad got me into basketball around first or second grade,
Hmm.
and then I joined my first AAU team around third grade and played CYO basketball for my dad up until eighth grade.
Gotcha. So was there any decision when choosing your high school, did basketball have any say in that? And how was Gateway their basketball program when you first got there as a freshman?
Well, actually, I went to Washington High School for my first 2 years
Ah,
and
gotcha.
played JV there, and it didn't really have an impact on my decision. I
Hmm.
just went to Wash because I had sibling priority because my sister went there. But the basketball there was cool. It wasn't the best. I didn't think my coaching was as good as it could have been. And then when I transferred to Gateway, the basketball program seemed a little more just they let us play and let us do what like we didn't really have plays. My coach seemed to trust me a lot more, gave me a lot more green light to shoot, and I just felt like I had more trust from a coach, which is really important.
Yeah, so actually I've seen you play because my friend Rafa, who plays on Drew, I saw that game. Um, oh, you good?
My bad, you're a Latin.
Okay, is it good now?
It's still kind of your like screen's frozen.
All right. Let me know when it's better. Is it better now a little bit?
Yeah, no, it's good now.
All right, all right. So I was just saying, yeah, I've actually seen you play against. I saw that game against Drew. That was a really good game. Um, but yeah, so in that playoff run, I'm pretty sure that's the playoff run where you had 25 in your first. Did you have that in your first round game and five threes? Can you tell me about that game and what was
Yeah,
your
it was.
feeling like? Yeah.
Oh, it was a really fun game. My teammate Hassan got us started off really well on both sides. I think he had like our first 11 points,
Hmm.
and then had like 26 that game. And I think my teammate Maimari, he really came up in the end of the season as like our point guard off the bench and was able to handle the offense really well and got me like my first three threes in the first half.
Hmm.
So really my teammates helped me a lot in that game, setting me up for good shots. And then really our defense, because we press a lot, always leads to a lot of offense. So if we get scrappy, usually it's good for us and we're able to win the game.
Hmm. And building up to that game and that season in general, your senior season, what was your mentality when you were working hard? How many times a day were you working out, and what was your methods to getting better as a player in that off season?
So the off season coming into my senior year, I started early morning workouts. I never really done that before, but I started like waking up before work, getting shots up, and then lifting and probably getting shots up after the lift because I knew my three-pointer was going to be a big part of how I succeeded in my senior year and a big reason why colleges might recruit me. So that's what I really worked on, getting my catch and shoot right and a little bit off the dribble too.
So did you like at what grade did you think that you had a shot or that you were interested in playing college basketball? And then when did you get that offer to actually get to the next level?
I think I've always been interested in playing college basketball,
Mm.
but I didn't really start taking basketball as seriously as I should have until my junior year. I actually have a story. So I was at Hamilton, and this trainer who played pro, his name's Taylor. I forgot his last name, but if you go to Hamilton, you would know him.
Mhm.
I was just playing pickup with him, and I think I did pretty well. And he was just giving me some advice, and he asked me if I thought I'd play college ball, and I said I didn't think I'd work hard enough. And he just kept telling me, just work hard then. If you work hard, you'll get an opportunity. The opportunities will come. And I kind of took that to heart. So I started doing 100 push-ups a day, and that turned into like extra workouts, shots after practice, and it really helped lead me to get this offer. And I think I got my first offer a month or a month and a half after season ended.
I see. So it was that was like kind of your turning moment to really lock in. Do you think,
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
Um,
my bad for interrupting.
yeah, I was just gonna say, like, do you think that you noticed the results relatively fast after putting that work in for a few weeks? Or do you think like, okay, you had the mentality and you had to keep that consistency for a few months before you actually saw any change?
Well, I saw a little bit. I saw quickly because I was lucky enough to after the transfer. I had to sit out half the season for transfer rules,
Mm,
but my coach he started me right away, and I think I hit six threes in my first game.
all right.
And so I saw some improvement right away. But then I sometimes when I would see improvement, I would slack off because I would think I'm too good. I'm good. I don't need to do this anymore. But as
Mhm.
the season went on, I would see like, oh wow, if I keep putting the work in, then I'm really gonna keep getting the results. And that's what I think really helped my senior year because I kept putting the work in, and it kept leading to like consistent scoring games, consistent shooting nights.
Yeah, you
And
average like 15 a game, right, in your senior year?
yeah.
Yeah, so how did you have a role as kind of like the leader of the team, or do you think it was more as a like what type of role did you see yourself as on Gateway?
I definitely saw myself as a leader, but I think I more led with how I played. Like if I
Mhm.
had the energy, my team was gonna have the energy. If I get on the ground for a loose ball, that's gonna get more of my teammates wanting to get on the ground for a loose ball. So I just led more with my energy than how I talked.
And how do you feel about your senior year overall? Like if you look back at it, do you have any regrets or do you just yeah, how do you feel about it?
I think yeah, I really enjoyed my senior year. It went almost perfectly. I would have loved to win NCS,
Hmm.
even a state title, but it was some circumstances like we had to go 6 hours up to Eureka, so it was a super tough game. And I usually don't like to blame the refing. It wasn't the greatest ref game. They had some
Hmm.
hometown refs, but besides that, it was a pretty fun senior year, especially coming back down from 15 in the championship game. That was really fun.
Yeah. And when you were in that moment, you're down 15, like I know you said you lead by example, but how do you kind of motivate yourself to go and kill and like go and make an impact on the game? Like, do you talk to yourself in your head or hype yourself up at all?
Yeah, it was. So I was in the locker room. My coach, Coach Jerry's just yelling at us like, "We got to lock in. We're better than this team." And I'm just thinking, I can't let what happened last year happen because we
Mhm.
had international. I think we were beating them by four with a minute left in the championship game my junior year, and then things just fell apart and we lost in overtime. So I was thinking, I'm not coming back to the locker room feeling that way again. So I had to come get this win.
Mhm. So when you're on the court, like, how do you approach actually getting that win? Do you think it's more like, okay, I gotta go score, or is it just like I gotta get this loose ball, I gotta do everything I can and just leave it all on the court?
It was really, I think, everything I can.
Mm.
Like, just, I love getting on the ground. That's one of my strong
Yeah.
suits. Diving for loose balls is really fun for
Hmm.
me. And one adjustment I helped, like, with my coach during the game, we were doing a 2-2-1 press
Hmm.
where it was like a zone press, but we changed it into a man press in the end of the third quarter to the fourth quarter, which really changed the game because we were just more athletic and we sped them up, which made them turn over the ball
They couldn't
and
get the
led to a
ball
lot of
in. I remember.
layups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think right after graduation, you started your D3 journey. And like, what made you start that journey? Did you have any inspiration, or was it just spontaneous?
My first trainer, Derek, he works for SWA as a coach.
Hmm.
He always been telling me I should do it because he thought like I had a good story and I could maybe help people and even earn like NIL brand deals down the line when I blow up more. And so I started thinking about it, and I did see like other people in the city doing it from like my league too. So I
Yeah.
was like, I can do this, and I started doing it, and it's been pretty fun. I like it keeps me disciplined too. Like
Hmm.
I gotta put something out every day, so I gotta do the work every day.
Yeah, actually, I have a Road to Varsity account. Like I was posting all throughout my sophomore off season. So I do agree that it definitely helps keep you like disciplined and like I think for me personally, I was using it not as much as like showing other people, but as more just make sure that I was holding myself accountable. Do you see it in that way? Do you see it in a way that's more self, or do you want other people to also see the work that you're putting in?
I do. I do like the people to see the work I put in, but it's really the discipline part, like you said. It helps a lot. Like I
Hmm.
got to get this workout done every day. I got to get these shots up every day, and it's like you're putting this out for people who could be inspired by you, and like some of my family members see it. So it's cool for them who my family members who live far away to see my process.
And has there ever been a day where you're unmotivated and you're like, and this is the thing that's kept you going? Like, do you ever have those thoughts? Oh, my bad.
You know, we're gonna.
All right. Yeah, I was just saying, have you ever had a day where you like are really unmotivated and you don't want to go work out, or is that and has this journey kind of helped you?
My bad, you cut out a little bit.
Oh, okay. My bad, my bad.
No, you
Um,
good.
I said like, have you ever had a day where you don't want to post, don't want to train, and like how have you kept going through those times, or have you slipped up sometimes on this journey with that?
Oh no, there's a lot of days where I wake up and I'm like, nah, I just
Yeah.
don't want to get these shots up. But
Mhm.
sometimes, a lot of the times, I'm able to persevere and be like, it's for a bigger goal. Because I have dreams to like play pro overseas and stuff like that. So if I want to accomplish those goals, I got to be able to put this work in now. It really all starts now. And there's definitely days, my recovery days help a lot, where I'm able to just chill and get away from basketball from a day, make sure my body feels right. So
Yeah.
those are really important. But 6 days out of the week, I'm trying to get work in and get as good as I possibly can.
So, what's actually changed in your head? Has anything changed with how you approach the game since you started the journey at all mentally, or do you think you've accelerated your game faster than you were before?
Yeah, no, the mental part's a big part, like especially over this last summer,
Hmm.
getting to the point where if I even if I miss a couple shots in a row, I'm still able to stay calm and know like I'm a shooter. I do this. This is my like specialty.
Hmm.
Everyone misses shots. Like it's just a part of the game. So the mental game has really changed for me a lot. And I started to love the journey. Like putting
Hmm.
in the work is fun. Like I've started to like lifting. Never used to like that, but it's becoming fun. Uh, Getting shots up. Basketball is like almost therapy where I can like just get away from everything. I don't got to think about anything. I'm just hooping. Next rep, next play. Like
And I've talked to like everyone I've had on the podcast so far has been a D3 hooper, all the basketball players. I've had Lars and Connor. Connor, you might not know them, but
no, I
um,
know. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And they've all said like, or Connor said he got to the next level and immediately it was like back at the bottom. And I want your thoughts on how you expect your college year to go and how you are prepared to react or how you think you may react to that change in level.
yeah, it's a big change. I definitely am prepared to. There's definitely a chance I don't get minutes because
Hmm.
it's my freshman year, but I'm gonna do everything I possibly can to get a spot. Really been trying to work on my defense this summer, become more of a lockdown defender. But if I'm not able to get those minutes, I just got to keep putting the work in because I do still have time,
Hmm.
and it's like what do they say? A marathon. It's not a
Yeah.
race, it's a marathon. So I got
So
to be prepared to put in the work in for a long lot of time
yeah.
to get to where I want to be, whether it's a starter or six man. But yeah.
And you do want to eventually play professionally as well. Do you have like a lot of influence of basketball in your family? I think you mentioned one family member at the start. And have they inspired you to take that step?
Yeah. Well, I don't think my dad he did play basketball his whole life, and he played
Hmm.
a little bit in college, and he's helped me a lot with my basketball. Especially at the start. I never had a trainer before, but he used to like take me to the park and get shots up with me. And yeah, my family is full of athletes. Like my sister plays Division I soccer at Seattle,
Hmm.
and then my mom played volleyball in college. So
Nice.
I've always been around sports.
Got you. And you also mentioned a little earlier, like you have your recovery days because you work 6 days a week. But what does that mean to have a recovery day? Does that mean you're just like relaxing, or does that mean you're like stretching and like what's that routine look like for you if you have one?
Definitely relaxing a lot, but also I like to get on those days a little extra mobility work. Like
Hmm.
instead of 10 minutes at the end of the night and like a little bit in the morning, I like to do like 30 to 40 minutes of mobility and then definitely some static stretching. And I have these Normatec boots that my trainer Derek gave me, so those help a lot.
Hmm. And do you have and you have trainers that have inspired you, but do you have any players that you are really inspired by or that you model your game after? Anyone like that?
Well, Curry's always been my favorite
Of
player of all time. I love him, and the deep threes I shoot are like he inspired me to do all that stuff. So definitely him. Uh, Besides him, like I've liked a lot of players. Definitely like college point guards.
Hmm.
If I like, I'm a big Duke fan, so Tyus Jones. I liked his game a lot. And then who was another guard? He didn't make it far, but Trayvon Duval. I used to always like watching his highlights in high school. So
Hmm.
just some Duke guys.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And the last thing I wanted to ask you was if there's a kid listening right now who isn't getting recruited, and who isn't on anyone's radar yet, but still wants to get to that next level, what advice would you give them from your journey?
I would say just put your head down, keep working, block out all the distractions. If you want to make it to the next level, basketball has to be, or your sport has to kind of be your life a little bit. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can still have a life outside, but the main thing in your life got to be the sport.
Mm-hmm.
And then emailing. If you got to email a lot of schools, so I emailed a bunch of schools to get my offers and personalize your emails. I didn't personalize my emails, but definitely personalize your emails.
It
So
helps a lot, I'm sure. Yeah.
yeah,
All right. Well, that's everything I wanted to talk to you about. This was really good, really informative, I'm sure, for a lot of kids. So thank you for coming on. And
yeah. Thank you for having me.
of course, I'm sure we'll be in contact in the future, collab on other stuff as well, maybe on a reel or something. That'd be great.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, thank you.
yeah. Thank you. Have a nice night.
You too.